top to bottom, just really a team effort. Just your thoughts on how you got it done here tonight as you take a look at the box score.
Yeah, our group was really solid defensively. I thought our assistant coach did a great job of prepping us on the defensive end because they've got a lot of different pieces that they like to exploit and some hard actions to guard. And I just thought we were consistent, we were tough, and then on the other end, I'm surprised we only had 15 assists on 31 baskets because we were really selfless. I thought our group showed a level of connectivity that we had in the preseason. It's been a little harder in conference play, but given the runway up into this game, because anyway, we had 3 or 4 guys miss practice, and some staff was sick. So I think it was a total team effort, and really pleased.
I know you scored 82. Well, I'm going to start defensively, Coach. You hold them, under 40% shooting. It just seemed like to me, FIU is a team that likes to speed teams up, but I think your defense kind of sped them up offensively, forcing them into some looks that they just really weren't comfortable with.
Yeah, I'd have to watch the film to give you the real breakdown on that one. I think part of that is right. I can always tell when we're hard to play against because, they had 3 assists the whole game. So it means we were forcing into some one-on-one stuff. And that typically, if your guards are, or if your guys are guarding hard, that typically gives you a chance to get the desired outcome. So, that defensive effort, I think, was really good. And I'll call out Colin Porter again. Like, the guy plays 36 minutes and 11 seconds, and he didn't take a possession off. And none of them did. But
no,
I asked a lot of him,
Coach is still on,
he just continues to
I'm
lead
just
us. And
in here, trying to get some other
I thought we got good minutes from the bench, too.
We're talking about head coach Ritchie McKay. Liberty wins at FIU 82-59. Now we're going to go to some questions from the media around the call here tonight. Go ahead, guys.
Coach, obviously you mentioned the time off that you had, coming into this game. Also, the time off you have on the back end of this game. How nice is that kind of for you? You mentioned some of the guys that have been missing practice, some coaches that are. How nice is this, to get just one game here in about a 2-week span?
Yeah, Bryson, I think everybody's got to take advantage of a one-game week, in one game in whatever, 12 days. I think especially for our group who's been a little banged up and we played with a little bit of a shorter bench. I think it's paramount that we get some rest on the front and the back end of this. So I think that for our group, they'll keep processing it the right way. What you do every day is more important than what you do every once in a while group. And we'll enjoy this win and take a day out tomorrow and get back at it on Monday.
Avery Warden from the Liberty Champion. They said on the broadcast, you started coaching at 29 years old. If you go back then, did you ever think you would achieve this this level of such an accomplishment?
Avery, I may have started at 29, but I didn't get to Liberty at 29.
Yeah,
just kidding.
I know you.
Yeah, no, you really don't think about it when you're in the midst of the journey. You're just I'm trying to give my very best. I want to represent Liberty the right way, and that conviction is something that I think our staff and our players share. We feel like it's a privilege and an honor to be a part of a university like ours, and sure, winning is part of it, and I get that, but I just, honestly, and I've said this before, what I'm most proud of is the kind of young people that have come through our doors. When they get here, they're terrific. And then when they leave, they're even more emotionally mature and have some greater spiritual depth in a lot of instances. And to me, that's being faithful, being a faithful shepherd, if you will, that we're gonna try and produce men that can continue to make his name great. Any other questions, guys?
So, Coach, you talked about Colin specifically. Obviously, you said you credited him on defensive end. 5 assists tonight. Overall, the offensive effort. You mentioned 15 assists. What'd you like, from your group overall?
Just the way we shared it, Bryson. Not just the guys that scored or assisted on baskets, but the guys that cut. Like Caden's getting kind of a beat on how people are playing him, and you wouldn't believe how many of his cuts led to opportunities for other guys. So And that's again, that was Darius McGee. Like that's how Darius used to get defended. So I think that's important to that end of the floor for us. Yet there's still room for growth. Like this is what I don't know what game it is. 20? Is it game 20? And although I see a defensive effort that I'm really pleased with, I think there's more for us on both ends.
Now we'll be joined by Colin Porter. Liberty wins at 82-59 over FIU, getting Coach McKay his 260th career win, number one now all time at Liberty. Now joined by junior guard Colin Porter. Colin, great team win. Give us the idea of the flow out there tonight and what it was like for you guys, not only offensively, but defensively, stellar effort as well.
Yeah, this is the week where we have one game, and we wanted to be sure to get a win this week. We stick to what we do every day, taking care of the ball, getting a great shot on the offensive end, and then on defense, just being hard to play against. With the pack, we were able to try to keep them out of the lane, and they're a real good team. They attack well, they create turnovers, get out and transition and run. So we just had to do what we do every day, and we got the desired outcome.
Joined by Colin Porter, Liberty wins 82-59 at FIU. How aware was this team that Coach and Jeff Meyer were tied for all-time wins at Liberty?
We were aware of it throughout the week. May have heard it a couple times. No, but once the game started, we really didn't think anything of it. Then whenever we got the win, we were walking to the locker room, and Coach Zach came up to me. He said, "Be sure everyone knows that he just got the record."
That's awesome.
So we got our water bottles together, a couple Gatorade bottles,
Right.
So we had a little fun with it, but he deserves it. I mean, he's a special guy.
He's the best,
So,
no doubt about it. We're so proud of him and the legacy he has built at Liberty, and including with your tenure here. Joined by Colin Porter, Liberty wins at 82-59 at FIU. All right, guys in the media, a couple of questions for Colin, then we'll get him out of here.
Colin, you mentioned kind of the defensive effort specifically. They have some guards who like to get downhill, kind of get into the paint, get to the basket. What was the message, from Coach going into tonight, maybe throughout this week about defending their guard play?
Yeah, their guards are really good at getting downhill, like you said. They're real good at creating turnovers, using transition to their advantage. But we had a great job of whenever they came to set that ball screen, we impacted it really well tonight. We were blitzing the ball screen, making them go north instead of getting downhill. They like to do that flip series up at the top, and we were communicating well. I think that's one of the main things, being on the road, no matter the crowd, it's always tough to win. So I think we were locked in on the defensive end.
Colin, I guess I'll just ask you, also you're one of those guys who have been kind of dealing with a little bit of injuries here recently. Obviously the ankle or the lower leg was something that was bothering you. How nice was this week off, and how nice is it going to be, to have another week off or almost a week off before going into next week's games?
Yeah, it was very nice. We have the best trainer in the world with Aaron Schreiner, and he prepares us to play and practice daily. So we took advantage of the week off, but no, we're going to get back at it Monday and go on a road and try to get a road sweep.
All right, that's Colin Porter. Appreciate it, Colin.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right.